So the first thing that I want to talk about is we were 2 of 13 on third down, and we were 2 of 5 in the red zone. Right? You're not going to win games like that, regardless. Right? And I just want to hear, from my guys on how this is very fixable and how we shouldn't overreact to a week 1 loss to a team that we beat by 4 points last year. The second time, I don't count the extra touchdown because that happened on the last play of the game, and it was a fluke play, and Jimmy Ward recovered the ball in the end zone, right? So we beat them by 4 points last time, both times, right? So let's touch on that on the third downs and also the red zone and how that can be fixed. Tony, I want to hear from you first, bro, on how that could be fixed.
Dre, I mean, I think Kyle and Jay, I want to ask you this. Did you feel that this offense looked different?
It looked different because it looked like a preseason game almost. Like they were trying to work through some stuff.
It looked
like for the people that say that you don't want preseason games.
No, listen, I'm 110% on board with that. You need a preseason game. And I honestly feel that this I was watching, I spoke with Mike and the guys and other Niners, and I was like, bro, something's not right. I've never seen this team in shotgun so damn much in my life. I mean, it was getting to the point where Jimmy, once he got the snap, his feet were like in concrete and he wasn't stepping. He wasn't sliding. Like, I don't know, man. But I think they need to get back to the basics because every time when they needed to get back down the field, what did they do? They went back to their bread and butter. They went back to the I formation. They ran the ball on the outside zone. They did a play action fake. They caught Juice down the sideline on a wheel route, and he was open. And Jimmy's footwork was like good. He dropped back, hit his 5th step, plant stepped, and threw, and the ball was right where it needed to be.
I have one caveat on that Tony. Jimmy Garoppolo's feet work is so much better when he's under center because his feet he has to move. He has to move, right? So Kyle, why go away from that? Jimmy is best when he's moving his feet, when he's coming off of a play action, when he's simply lining up under center because he has to get back and get that ball off, right? And so keep him in that where he has to move his feet. When he's in shotgun, his feet stand still. So if you know that, then why do we continue to work in the shot?
Yeah, no, right? I agree.
I just didn't understand that.
I agree too, 110%. And another thing, last year, when they ran the shotgun, they were motioning the back out of the backfield, and Jimmy would get the ball and he was snapping his wrist and the ball was out of his hands. So it didn't matter if he needed to step or his footwork wasn't good because he was just firing it right out. Right. Now he's getting the snap. He's doing a fake. How many times did he stumble the ball on a fake? Like the ball, he went like this. He bounced, went down and picked it up. Like, I honestly feel like Jimmy was out of his realm. But when they needed to move the ball, what did they do? They went back to the bread and butter and they moved the ball.
Right. Most definitely.
Like, I don't know. And my biggest question, I don't know, Jay, you might agree with this with me, but this whole offseason, when you guys did your 53-man, when we did our 53-man, why did we keep Wilson on the roster?
So it's weird, right? So Jeff Wilson is probably the most equipped of all of our running backs to get an inch on the goal line, right? Right? And extremely. And we were talking about it before the show, Dre. That 4th down, that's not on Mostert, and I'll explain.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, you want to get to that later? I'm sorry.
No. Let's talk about that. But Armando Casillas, I hope I pronounced your name correct. Haranis Grasu had 0 pressures and 0 sacks allowed.
He was fine.
Period. So he's not bad.
He was fine.
Just who stop talking
yesterday?
Stop talking.
Who this yesterday? The right side. McGlinchey and Brunskill. Brunskill, I'm going to give him a little bit more slack because he had no right guard reps in training camp. He was trying to figure out center, so I'm going to give him a break. McGlinchey, though, figure it out. Lincoln Tomlinson allows some pressures too, but Grasu was really good considering that this kid was on the practice squad. When I watched it again, I was like, wow, he actually stepped in and did well. He would have been better than, if they would have put Brunskill there and then moved, our favorite friend Tom Compton over to right guard. So Grosso actually played very well.
He played very well.
They did the right thing by starting him, 100%.
For sure. You have to play the guy who understands the center position, right? Regardless if he hasn't gotten reps, he has the experience.
And one thing I feel bad about McGlinchey is the only sack that he gave up is like Jimmy was fumbling the ball, running in circles. Yeah, like McGlinchey held Chandler for 2.5 seconds. Like, and on that play, guess who was open in the end zone?
McKinnon. That was McKinnon, right?
Dante Pettis was wide. When Jimmy took that sack and he was fumbling the ball and running in circles, McGlinchey actually did a damn good job against Chandler.
Oh, that's the out route where he did the outbreak.
That's the out route in the end zone. Yeah. Exactly. Mike retweeted it.
He wasn't going through his feeds yesterday. I don't know what was going on like with that. And then I think it has to do with level of trust, man. Like Dante Pettis has nobody's trust on this team. No. Not Jimmy, not Kyle, not anybody. And you saw it. When I watched that deep target again, I got mad all over again, dude. Like, I think Dante Pettis, all he would need is like one, like, Dre, you play basketball, right? It's almost like when you're shooting bricks and you get to the hoop and you put a layup in and you see the ball go through the hoop, all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, I'm good now. Like, and Pettis needs to get the ball rolling in the right direction. The problem is, it's like, dude, I don't see the fire. I don't see the spark. And it's hard to trust right now. And Jimmy clearly doesn't trust him, and neither does Kyle.
Exactly, man. So we'll get to that later. We're gonna talk about. No, that's all good. No, bro, don't. I always want you to say to talk your shit, but we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about the snap count between Dante Johnson and Jordan Reed. We're gonna talk about that. Okay. That's a topic.
So the fourth down, though, Dre. The fourth down. I wanted to talk about that a little bit. We'll do it when we do the film breakdown. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what happened. Right. So what happened was. And this is what I mean about preseason games and why this is all fixable. Guys, it's not doom and gloom. A lot of this stuff is fixable. This stuff is fixable.
Exactly.
I was pissed last night, and then when I watched it today, I am much more encouraged. Picture the 49ers playing their worst game of the season and losing by 4 points. And little things are the things that are killing them. Let me explain. On the 4th and goal, what happened was Charlie Warner's on the end to block. Charlie Warner loses his footing a bit and allows his assignment to get through. Now, Brunskill comes and pulls, and Trent Williams pulls the other way, but they bump into each other. And it's a slight bump, but it's enough for Brunskill to be a step slow pulling into the hole, and Raheem Mostert's met right at the goal line, and that's the reason that play didn't go through. If Brunskill's there on time, touchdown Raheem Mostert. So, again, think about that. Think about missed opportunities. That's all fixable. Once Brunskill gets his reps and they start running through that, he's not going to bump into Trent again. And Warner just slipped. Warner didn't get beat on the block.
Right, he slipped.
Right. Yeah. So there's so much to clean up, but it's fixable, guys. It's fixable.
Right.